Stephanie there? Stephanie has not joined yet. Okay, welcome everybody to day number, what? Three of our YouTube review. Yesterday, after watching the video, we had some challenges that the people in California couldn't hear me, but I will tell you it was a wild and crazy time here. How was it there, Crystal?
Actually, it was pretty good. Students went ahead and started personalizing their channel, and then they were adding subscriptions to other channels, so it did pretty good.
Perfect. That's what we did here yesterday. And so, Scott, what does it say is the summary for today?
Summary for today is, well, it says Google Updates Recent Review.
Okay, what about in where it says details?
Details, I saw down there.
Okay, so everybody look at the details. We're going to watch the video.
It says yesterday was a drive-in day of working your YouTube.
Drive-in or dive-in?
Dive-in.
Okay, good.
Today we will review and continue that process. By the end of today, you should feel comfortable at getting your
Remorse?
You should be feeling comfortable by getting to your channel, subscribing to other channels, and creating and sharing playlists. We will also discuss the value of being able to easily create videos as part of our employment planning and for work.
Okay. Did anybody hear Scott?
Yeah.
California, all the way to California. Good. Oh, okay, good. So we're going to review, but the objective that by the end of today, everybody should feel comfortable being able to modify their channel, do subscriptions, and playlists, and create and add to playlists. Okay? Who does not feel comfortable with all three of those things? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sort of, Fred, halfway?
I got most of it.
Okay,
I feel
most of it.
comfortable except for creating my own video.
I don't know how to.
Okay, so we're not talking about creating videos today.
Okay, good. Then
What we want to make sure everybody feels comfortable modifying your channel.
That's the only thing I couldn't figure out how to put it.
Well, that doesn't count. Modifying your Google Plus or your YouTube channel, number 1. Adding and deleting playlists, and subscribing. Okay. Now, on the link on today's event, there is a link for the help page on YouTube. So YouTube has an extensive help page that has videos. So if you look at today's event, and where it says official site, let's go to the official site.
He wants to be on YouTube now?
No,
Just click on official site.
On today's event,
I feel comfortable except for creating my own channel art.
So
Creating my
click
channel
on
art. I can't
official
figure out
site.
how to do that.
what we're doing now is we're going to today's event. Okay, that looks like this, and there's a thing that says official site.
So click that.
Yeah, click on official site. That is the, well, we can't really focus on it here, but this is the YouTube Help Center. Okay, has everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay, on today's event, in the details, there's a little box that says official site. Okay, now what I would like you to do is take that site on the event. Go into the event where it has details. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag this help site down to our bookmarks bar.
Where do you see that? What? Where do you see that?
Okay, so step 1 is make sure you can get to today's event in Google+.
Okay, where
That
we're
should be the
dragging
easy part.
Were we dragging the YouTube help down to?
What?
You said we're dragging that down to where?
Down to your bookmarks bar. Okay. Yeah, put the YouTube help on your bookmarks bar.
Okay.
Okay, so for California, everybody should
Okay, well, wait a
see the Google event.
minute. I lost it.
See the Google event for today. Go into the read more. There's a little box that says official site. If you click on the official site, a page comes up called Welcome to the YouTube Help Center.
So click out because you already saved it up there, right?
I don't know.
Now drag, click on that and drag it to your bookmarks bar.
What do you mean?
Okay? How are you doing in California on this?
Good bookmark.
Okay, so drag it to your bookmarks bar so you have that handy at all times.
Oh, that was okay.
Huh?
Then you are going to go back to our Daisy Gray. Just get out your tab. X.
You're gonna bookmark it.
Back there.
Yes.
Click on the star.
Rob, can you make sure Gwen is back on that? One of those
Are you going?
at the end. Let's have her at the end.
Thank you.
Save Trevon. Okay, now what's the significance of having this? We now have a very quick, fast way to get to the YouTube Help Center. So from there, Dennis, what are some of the topics in the Help Center?
Started building playlists, creating and managing channels, accounts, YouTube marketing programs, paid content,
Okay, good.
different.
Good. So I think does everybody have that on their page, the YouTube Help Center?
Yeah.
Okay, so look at those things for a second.
So click on it?
No, well, it should look like this, Jamie.
Yes. Go ahead, Jamie. Go up to your YouTube help because you already got it there on your bookmark.
Okay,
Bam.
so if you look at it, this has the stuff you need to know to learn the basics of YouTube. There's a lot to it. Now, if we get down towards the bottom, you have YouTube Partner Program, including monetization. You have the paid content on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. This morning I saw something on here that if you're a nonprofit, they have a special program for you. So for all businesses, this is a thing that you should make sure to bring in. Monetizing, AdSense, advertising, these are all things that you might do at your company's site, or, you know, when we watch these videos, they have ads pop up. In the future, it could become more and more valuable to have an ad on the YouTube videos.
Oh, I lost it.
Okay, so we're going to watch the video next, but what I wanted to make sure is everybody can easily get to the help page for YouTube. YouTube is very powerful, but there's a lot to it, and few people have practiced using YouTube. So there's a lot of learning going on. It's not like maps, it's not like calendars where everybody's used to using a map and calendars, and now you just have to do it the cloud way. This is a little bit different, that few people have been used to doing this. Okay, so, okay, are there any questions in California? Does everybody feel good about their channel? Modifying their channel?
Everyone's good here.
Okay, what did we have here with the problem of channel art?
I just couldn't figure out how to put on camera.
Fred?
My pictures were too small.
Right. One of the challenges of getting channel art is it has to be a large image. Has to be
Okay.
more than 200K across. Yeah, 2560 by 1440. It has to be a big image. You can't take a small image and put it up there. Yes, Trevon.
Can you make it bigger and put it up there?
Yeah, as long as it's big enough.
Make it bigger.
Well, I don't know that. That's being. Huh?
Did you go to Word
Maybe
pad?
Photoshop,
Yeah, I think you can.
Copy paste it and put it
Huh?
in Word?
make it bigger and save it.
If you can make it bigger, it's going to work. So maybe you can bring it into Photoshop or Paint or something. Just make it more pixels across, and you know, somebody else here might know how to do that. Carla might know how to do that. I don't know how to make it larger. But so that's a challenge we had here. Did anybody in California have any challenges creating playlists?
No, I did.
In California,
No, I think.
Scott. Anybody in California have any problem creating playlists?
No.
Okay, good. Did anybody see any playlists that I shared with them today? In your events, not in events, that would be if you click on the bell.
Right.
Okay, what did you see?
For employment planning?
Okay. Okay. So I shared a couple playlists this morning. What was the other one? Okay, click on your bell.
Ed, didn't you do one for like employment planning or something like that?
Exactly, right. So I did two. One for employment planning workshop. I shared that playlist. And the other one I shared was the Las Vegas poetry recitation playlist. Okay? So not only do you want to create a playlist, you want to share a playlist. But we'll get to that after this very short video that we're going to watch now. So again, let's do that in California. Watch them on your screens or however you do it there. We're going to watch it here on the big screen. Okay, anybody have any questions? Okay, good. We'll move forward. So everybody should be in YouTube now.
So you just go back to YouTube?
Yep. Well, you should have a tab on the top of your page screen called YouTube.
And you're muted.
Either.
You don't get enough, but I believe
Okay, Crystal, yeah, we're still watching the video.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, there's still.
Okay. Okay, so in California, what we're trying to answer the question, the playlist that I shared this morning, how do you get notice or accept sharing them? Okay, so Trevon has an answer.
if you just go to what to watch and go down to the first, to your name, the first one, it's up there. It's 4 of them, right?
Well, I shared 2 this morning.
That's part 1, part 2.
No, that was just a video. Okay.
If you go to,
Okay, so Carla says,
if you see where the YouTube is at the top right, and the little the 3 lines and the arrow.
Yeah.
Click that, and then you go down to subscriptions, and it will show you all the subscriptions that you have. If you are subscribed to Director, his name is going to be there. And next to his name will be a red dot, signifying that he has a new, well, no, that signifies that we're live right now. But if you click on his name there, it'll take you to that. and it has a live, what we're doing now.
Okay, so
As
let's go back
yesterday.
here. I'm at my YouTube thing, not mine,
Okay.
but I'm here. Now what?
The 3 lines, yep,
Okay.
click, and use subscriptions.
Okay, my
No,
subscriptions?
no, not my subscription. You see the red subscriptions.
Okay.
Those are what you are
Okay, and there's a
subscribed
red
to,
dot that says live.
that we're live. You click in there, and then you scroll down,
Okay.
the live, yesterday's, and then the poetry recital. But if you're not subscribed to him, it will not be under subscription. So you have to physically go and subscribe.
Okay, but I don't, oh yeah, okay, because this says it's 12 things. Now, where do we see,
Wait a minute, that's not
Oh,
how I did
playlist.
it. I just dropped them into
So-
my YouTube thing.
I ain't got a clue.
drop what?
I just went to the, your YouTube on Google Plus. It says LTC Weekly Poetry Recitation YouTube, and I clicked on that and I dragged it into the YouTube drop your videos in thing. Don't ask me how to. Oh, I hit upload.
Okay.
Yeah,
California, do you have an answer?
select files to upload.
How do you see the
Took it and
playlist that I shared?
Is it 12 videos?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
It just automatically was there?
No, because when we first got here, you had us all
Over here.
go to subscribe to your YouTube.
Subscribe to my YouTube, but that is different than a
I didn't
playlist.
Exactly.
subscribe. I just clicked it from Google Plus and I'm just on this page now. And I have your 12 videos. LTC Weekly Poetry Recitations. Yeah, what you got right there?
Now click on playlist and then,
You click on playlist and it's there.
yeah, once you get to
You go once you go to subscription and you click into his name, you go to video, you go to playlist.
the playlist and
Right to
Yeah, plus under subscriptions I got. Edward.
Yeah.
Right there, if you go down here where it says all activities,
Let me go off that.
Okay, where is that? Come on.
to the left, right under home and video. No, not that left.
Okay.
Okay, I got right here, zero
Right there, see,
subscriptions.
it says
I'm
all
on
activities.
subscriptions right here.
Oh, okay.
On the left, all activities.
If you go down to recently
Oh, wait, I don't see all, oh, there. Got it.
playlist editions,
That's okay.
is that
Yes.
any of them?
Scroll down to your.
Okay, yeah, okay, perfect.
Yeah, and subscriptions. If you go to YouTube,
Okay, so now how did we get here, Trevon? You just went to your,
I went to you.
Went to yours.
I went to
Subscriptions.
yours.
yeah, it's on my subscriptions.
Okay.
Edward, Bevel, before I'm a box.
Bevel Aqua.
Yeah, Bevel.
Rhymes with devil.
Bevel.
Rhymes with devil.
To your channel, and they're on there.
Okay, so you have to go to my subscription
Yeah.
first. Okay, and then
I don't know.
there was playlist editions. Okay, so, and you're able to get to my thing because you subscribed.
Yes.
Okay, so again, in California, maybe you're way ahead of us here, but key component is to subscribe to things that you like. And how do we subscribe? Who remembers how to subscribe?
Subscribe
button.
And where's that?
on the bottom. Underneath the video.
When you're watching a video. Okay, but when you're watching a video, right, there's a subscribe button.
Oh, that's right. That's good.
You can also go to take playlists. You get a playlist from there.
From who?
From there.
From where?
You get to subscribe and you
Very
go to
good.
the playlist.
Thank you.
Make that video part of a playlist.
Yeah, but you have to have a video going first, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Billy brought up another good point. So when you're watching a video, you can subscribe to the person who uploaded the video, and they might have created it, but they uploaded it. To the person who uploaded or created the video, you can subscribe. The other thing is you have a choice of adding that to a playlist. Okay? And what's another choice on there? So somebody quickly pull up a video. You can share it.
Yeah.
And how do we share it? What are the choices in sharing?
Facebook, Twitter.
Right. A lot of ways. Almost all social media. Right? We can share the video.
But then you can you can copy the URL and share it anywhere.
Okay, so Trevon brings up another point is you can copy that URL, the address of the video, and once you copy it, you can paste it in anything. Like, can you paste it in a email?
Yes.
You can paste it in an email. Can you put it into a Google Plus message?
Text message.
Text message, okay. So you can, so once you have a video stored, recorded, or once you have a video that somebody else created, you can take that video and do what?
Share it.
Almost anything. You can share it, add it to a playlist, subscribe to that person. Now when you subscribe to a person and they add something else, is it easy to find out what they added? If you subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah, we just did that, right? We just found out if you subscribe to somebody and they add something, all you need to do is go into what? Their playlist editions.
You can also put it on your settings, but they're only for the update video to show it.
Okay, and then in settings you can have it so only updated videos show up. So I think the takeaway, the take home from this is Google has done a lot with YouTube to make it easy to upload and share videos. Is it easy to find videos, Fred? Yeah. How much easier can it be? Right? If you know how to do Google search, can you do a search for a video? Yeah. And is it like Google search in that if you find, when you put a search in, does it give you multiple responses?
Yes.
You're talking?
Oh, I will.
Okay. Okay, so now in California, how are you doing out there? You're way ahead of us, right?
I have no idea.
We're right along with you, Ed.
I don't know what that was.
Okay, good. Yes, Trevon.
I made it as soon as you did black thing or something.
Trying to figure out what I
Sign
did
a
wrong.
subscription.
I was
On
fine.
this page?
Either that or when you go there. So
On
you
this
don't
page
want to
here.
crowd your thing
Yes.
with so many.
Okay.
When you go to the
Why you put
side
those
of
up there?
You get rid of that.
Push the sprocket.
You need that. You need that.
Okay.
Very much you need.
I had
Okay.
this yesterday. Why should
Send me up.
And I don't know what to show.
Okay. Okay, so let me have everybody's attention here, please. Let me have everybody's attention.
Yeah, that. I'm not doing any of that. Somebody wants to do it.
Okay, so let me have everybody's attention for a second. What I want you to do, end this exercise, and then in California you can also do it for Crystal. But for me, go to my subscription page. So how do you get to my subscription page? No. How do you get to my subscription page? You're on your home page. How do you get to my page?
Go to my subscription.
Okay.
That's all him. He did all that shit.
Okay, so Jamie, Billy, just be quiet for a second because we have the thing. Okay, but where do you push my name from?
On the left side of the page.
Okay, so you're on your main page.
Drop down.
So you're on your main page, right?
No, that's why I did it. Delete the whole
On this page. Okay.
Go next to
Well,
Click on the 3 lines,
and then I can't get nothing back.
and then it says subscriptions.
It
So
deletes
go
the
to
whole
my
playlist.
subscriptions. Go to my
Okay,
subscription
but it's still
page,
up there.
and then click on the sprocket or the gear, and it has a box opens up and it says subscription preferences. So everybody needs to do this. Everybody here, you need to do this.
What are you talking about? Oh,
It's in the gear.
All I got is dashboard video manager.
Should we go to dashboard or what?
Yeah,
So once again, you start at your page, you click on the 3 bars, you go down to where it has subscriptions,
I got it now.
you click on my name.
So I click on that?
Okay? Once you click on my name, then my page comes up,
How did you get that?
right?
Yes.
See the 3 bars? You see them up there in the corner?
I know, but how come it's
Right
still
here?
up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, over on the right where there's the gear, click on the gear, and then a box pops up that says subscription preferences.
Yes.
Click on send me updates.
Send me updates.
Okay, and then save it. Okay, so now what does that tell us is going to happen?
Every
time you update something,
It's going to notify you, right? Okay, so now let's take that to our employment planning.
Notification.
Our employment planning and YouTube. We have thought of our passion business, right? We've found companies on Google search. What's the next thing we're going to do? What? Okay, we're going to, in one of those, we're going to go to YouTube, right? And we're going to see whether they have any YouTube videos, right? Okay, and then we'll do what? We'll subscribe. And we're going to subscribe. Then after we subscribe, what are we going to do?
We're going to have them send us updates.
Right, exactly. Then we're going to go into here and make sure that if there's any more updates, we're going to do that. So I'm going to do an experiment here. I'm going to type in Edward Glazer.
Okay.
Edward Glazer.
Oh, Glazer.
Edward Glazer, now, is the guy who wrote the book that Tony Shea uses as the Bible for this whole downtown project.
Really?
There's a copy. We had a copy. I think it's somewhere. It's not in our library, but we had a copy of it. And so this is a Harvard professor. Might have been one of Tony Shea's Harvard professors, but he wrote a book called Triumph of the City, and that's the Bible for here. So what I would want to do is subscribe, right? But what I really want to do is I want to find out things that Edward Glazer uploaded. Maybe what I need to do is go to find the one that says Harvard. And then I would subscribe to Harvard, right? So now it says subscription added. So I come back to here, I go to subscriptions, there's my Harvard University subscription. I click on that. I go to the gear and send me updates. Save. So in our employment planning, once we know the companies we're interested in working at, once we've identified those, one of the things we're going to do as part of our research is to see what YouTube videos they've posted or have been posted about them. And then we're going to subscribe. And I can assure you, if you get in your interview and you bring up the fact, you mention, yeah, I saw that in a video. I saw in your video this said this, or Zappos. Why do you want to work here? Well, when I was doing my research, I looked at one of your videos, and the video was called blah 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 something on YouTube that you posted about 3 weeks ago. I really liked the fact that it showed that you were a whatever, Hetza. My hunch is nobody else in those interviews is going to say that. Nobody else that you're competing with for the position will have gone to that level and be able to talk about the company to that depth. Now, on the other hand, let's say you're competing with somebody who has done that. If everything else is equal, who has the advantage? Huh? Well, if they have done the YouTube thing, if they've done this, they have the advantage, right? So another reason you should do this as part of your employment planning workshop, what we just described, another reason you should do it is just in case somebody else who's interviewing has done it. You don't want to not get the position because somebody did a little bit more homework or somebody was better liked because they were better prepared. Okay? So that's 2 reasons why it's very important to now add YouTube into your employment planning workshop. Okay, when you get into your interview, you want to be able to talk about the fact that you are subscribed to their channel or you've seen videos on them, you've done your research, you're not just another person that says, when they say, why should we hire you? And the answer is because I really, really, really want the job. Okay, that isn't really a good, compelling answer. Yes, Mary.
You said other people can create a YouTube account for these things that somebody else could create it.
Okay, so Marion said, could somebody else create a video, right? Well, anybody with a camera can create a video.
They don't need their permission?
No.
They don't need their permission?
No. You can walk down the street with your camera. It's completely legal.
So
that's legal to do, but I think more important is anybody can create a playlist. When you go in for an interview, you would want to have a playlist created as part of your research. If you want to work at Zappos, you would create a playlist that is Zappos videos.
not necessarily the specific area that you want to work in within Zappos, but just in general. I mean, it would be nice if they had it.
Well, it's whatever your research pulls up.
Right.
Okay? Whatever your research pulls up. But the point is, now fast forward, you're sitting in your interview. You're in the interview. You become a more interesting, more valuable person if you have more skills. One great skill to have is to know how to use YouTube to make things happen. On the other hand, if you're competing against somebody who is more skilled in YouTube, you're now at a disadvantage, right? Because they know something you don't know. So this is a very easy thing to do to add to your employment planning workshop or employment plan, is when you find the companies, you do your research. Part of your research is what, Ed? Part of your research is what?
Mine is truck driving.
No, part of your research is...
Part of your research is to find out how you can save the money or make the money.
Okay. Part of the way you do your research, let me restate it, is YouTube.
Look for videos.
Look for things on YouTube. Not just Google search, but look for things on YouTube. Okay, now you can extend that to Google+, their Facebook page, these other things, but what I would say is if they have a video that they created or a video that somebody created about them, that's a lot more information on Facebook, right, than any single thing on Facebook. You're going to get a lot more out of it. And again, on the other hand, if you're competing with someone and they can talk about, yeah, I saw this YouTube video, it was very interesting, great, etc. Let's see, let's try another person.
We're not Zappos.
Let's try David Gould.
Screw this way up.
Okay, here's this guy, David Gould. Interview with the university professor. Who is this guy? This is a guy that persuaded Tony Hsieh that he is very passionate about what Tony Hsieh is doing. He's a professor at the University of Iowa. And so I'm walking back from our meeting on Monday. I go by the Ogden, and I see him standing there. And he's running something. I don't know if I have his card still. Let me just check. No, it's in my shirt. He's standing out by the Ogden, and I went up and I started talking to him. I said, hey, aren't you Professor Gould? Now, what do you think the effect of that was on him? Right. He felt more special, more important. Because no. No. He is an employee. He's an employee now. He's a professor who had was passionate about a particular thing that fits into Tony Shade's vision. Tony said, why don't you come out here and continue your experiment here in the downtown project? And so I have to call him today to see about meeting him tomorrow or Friday to follow up on stuff that we're doing. But again, this was something I did as research. I found out the guy's name off the downtown project page, and I figured, well, if the guy's a professor, there's probably at least, if he's a self-respecting, reputable professor, there should be at least one YouTube video on him, and I think there was a couple. So YouTube, very powerful, very important. Huh? Yeah, he's going to come in here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had it figured out, but I added too much shit to it.
Junior Titus and her A are going to be here at 11 o'clock to on that site.
Okay.
This is what you guys don't do that episode.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, is that who that is? Okay. So I was just going to say, let's find out.
Uh-oh, you can see the
Titus.
Gina Titus here.
Gina
Did
Titus.
you download this stuff? Just pay for it. Supposed to do.
What?
She's the best. She works for the best. She works to improve their lives.
That's just one page. You can also do the
How many vets in here? Brian is here. Where is Brian?
Huh?
Okay.
There's Larson. Even I think I got Larson in my playlist. Right
Okay.
there.
Okay. So we're just about out of time. California, how can I help? What can we do? You know, our goal is you understand channels, playlists, subscriptions.
Ed,
Yes.
on the dashboard, when under playlist, why does it only show liked the playlist of your liked videos? Why doesn't it show you the list of all of your playlists?
I only shared two.
No, not on yours. Not on yours. Like if someone is on their channel,
Yeah.
and you know how it lists all of their subscriptions, but under playlist, it only lists the liked videos. Like it doesn't list the names of their other playlists.
Like, and I somehow deleted it.
Okay, so she's saying here under playlists.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so you're saying under playlist, why does it only show a couple playlists?
No, she
It
said.
only shows liked.
That's what it showed before I added this.
Which is why I got Larson's playlist. I got it.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go to
here, your playlist.
see like
Well, it
videos.
says like video. She doesn't have anything else because she's been creating one.
Oh. Well, okay, so you're on the main, you pushed on the 3 parallel bars, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so under playlist it says liked videos
That's
and
it.
and one thing.
That too. That's it.
Okay.
No, you gotta
Now
click on.
the other thing is, but if you go
You wanna watch
into
it later.
your where was that?
Playlist, video master.
Yeah, if you click on those 3 bars and go to your video manager and then click on playlist, you'll see the playlist that you have.
Right. But one of the students' question was, why is it that it has a list of all the subscriptions, but it only just shows the name, it only shows liked under playlist instead of the list of playlists that they have?
Yeah, let's see, on mine,
It doesn't
No,
show
or-
all on that side.
okay.
I have
You
more
really
than
click that
2,
too.
and it only shows 2 and like
No,
videos.
Okay, Carla's saying it only shows 2. I thought on mine,
You have 3.
Okay, you got your
Under
playlist. No, on it.
I got 6
Oh, I
on
had
the
the-
playlist.
The arrow there.
okay, I thought on mine under playlists, I show all of playlists.
Yeah, I made a playlist yesterday. And I
How many playlists does the student have?
Right here.
He has 2. He has 2 playlists and the liked, but only liked is showing up. But if he clicks on playlist, it shows the other 2 playlists as well. but on the left side under playlist, it just has the like, and then it goes immediately to subscriptions, and then it lists all of his subscriptions.
Add the playlist.
Okay. Okay, so when I click on the 3 bars on mine, I show all of the playlists that I have. I'll switch over here in a second. Just do this quickly.
Okay, so now
Okay, so watch. So I just went to YouTube. I go here, look under playlists on mine. And then I have a thing that says more.
Okay.
You see that?
ST.
So I started here, just clicking on YouTube. I then go to the 3 parallel bars. And then I have all my playlists showing and my subscriptions.
Create playlist?
You see that?
Yes, but for some odd reason, when they're clicking on the 3 bars, it's not showing all of their playlists. It's just showing the liked videos.
That's what mine is.
Okay.
Okay, well, we will investigate that, and we'll figure out the answer to that tomorrow.
So I got all of them?
How's that? Okay, thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow at 10.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
You know, Director?
Yeah.
I can see where this is really strong about the employment research.
You know
Because
what?
when you look up something specific,